Hey everybody, Drew here, and you are in the shop with me in this beautiful 2010 Corolla, but it has an issue. Two issues that are kind of close together but not related. One, the radio glitches out. You turn the volume knob, turn the tuning knob, it freezes. The number one preset button turns it on and off, and sometimes you get hieroglyphics instead of English. Number two, this piece of trim up here is cracked. That is super, super common, especially on cars in the South. This is a Texas vehicle. I'm going to show you on another Corolla radio how there's essentially the radio itself, which is in that silver box back there, and then there's a whole separate board to control and receive informations from the buttons, the screen. In this case, the other one doesn't have it, all of that. And then there's ribbon cables that connect those that older radios, like the one in this 2007 Corolla, have a lot less than. This car is just quite a bit more simple, and that's why, even though it's so much older, it doesn't glitch like that. So I have what I believe is a solution that's particularly awesome because it adds Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, backup camera if you want, giant touchscreen, which everybody except me gets excited about. I'm that guy with the t-shirt that says, "Get the screen out of my face." I liked the 90s a lot more than now. Anyway, we're gonna put this bad boy in, and guess what? Supposedly, it comes with the trim for the top, which, as we, take it out of the box here, we'll find out, and that takes care of both issues. All right, so I'm kind of stoked out of, well, look at, there's me. Hello, how are you? Kind of stoked out of my mind about this because it does, I wish it was black. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah, super, super stoked to get this bad boy in. I'm going to show you guys as I go kind of the basics on how to do it if you're interested, and we'll just kind of get through it together. But we're going to have to move over the vents. I'll probably do that off camera. Easy peasy, because the old thing is, super falling apart. They just pop in there along with the hazard switch. So I'll kind of show you taking apart the dash. These guys right here, you start down at the bottom right there, and you just kind of grab them. And the best way to describe this, and I've been saying this for years on this channel, it's not a pull. Don't just rip it out of there like an amateur. You got to kind of wiggle when you do it. And try not to be too forceful, if that makes sense. I already have this one over here started, but it sounds like I'm gonna break it. Need two hands. All right, now you need some kind of a pry tool. In theory, you could wrap a screwdriver with tape, but don't just try to be a hero and come in here with, a straight blade screwdriver, because you will damage the dashboard. This actually feels like it's gonna damage it anyway, but let's try, see, right there. Get it started. Makes me wonder how the heck we're going to do the other side. And remember, it's not so much of a yank as it is like a wiggle and a gentle pull. Super handy to know about the angle of these clips. So this bad boy does not come like up, it comes forward toward you like the airbag. Hopefully not. I'm going to get this side over here out by starting in here. This is left-handed and one-handed, so just kind of bear with me. Whoa, that is not how you do it. Probably not a good time to ask you to subscribe. Anyways, so there you go. Now, the vents have to come out, and that is another two-hand job. You're going to put a hand here, being careful not to cut your fingers in here, and that pulls very gently with a little wiggling motion, again, beating that horse beyond death toward your face. Now, just to keep it interesting on you, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 10mm bolt heads. You're gonna grab those, and then that radio comes out with the same wiggle jiggle. This guy here, this should be very self-explanatory. The top right here and the other side have that going on. We're gonna put that in the new radio, and these vents are virtually impossible to take out for a human. I will tell you this, because we're not going to use this broken piece again. I actually keep these on the shelf that aren't broken. Obviously, we're not going to put one in this car. Just, I guess, break the tabs if you don't want to reuse yours. Otherwise, the other tabs are right there, dead center of your screen, and they're very, very hard to get. But now that you've seen all 4 tabs, that should be self-explanatory. All right, little extra step. The vents in the US Corolla don't have the wheel on the side to open and close them. So there's these bypass pieces, which just need to be screwed in. All right, making some pretty good progress. So next step is to yank out the old radio. So it comes with this nice little adapter. If I could get it to focus for you, there you go. This nice little adapter for all your factory wiring. Strangely looks like not all of it, but it's very common that some of the wiring in the back of this radio is not used anyway. So we will plug this all in, and everything snaps back together now. There's no more 10 millimeters or anything like that. And obviously this is all one piece, you know, plus the side trim. So don't forget, this is for the 4-ways. This is the antenna. I'm gonna plug in the ones of these that make sense, plug it into the radio, fire it up, and see what we got. All right, I don't know about you, but I am super stoked to see how this bad boy looks. Hopefully no disappointment. Ah, there we go. Got a little robot guy, the enemy of the Apple. Well, it's pretty darn beautiful. Let's see here. Well, it works too. Wow. By the way, this was not very expensive at all. I'm very, very impressed. You'll notice I did not connect the GPS antenna. That would have involved popping the dash, and which is actually a very big project. You got to take out the side airbag covers, take out the passenger airbag. Very involved. I have videos on how to do it on a Camry, actually. You can watch in the description if you want. But the GPS antenna would be to use the GPS from this thing. No one's going to do that. It's going to be for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So that'll all just be included in a little care package along with the original radio. Wish I knew that before I got you guys all worried you had to do it. But yeah, I'd call this a success. I'm going to get everything popped back together here and show you the finished product. This thing is absolutely awesome. So I don't know how to get back to the screen. I was just in, yeah, here. So you actually draw a line on the screen to set your equalizer. I mean, I've only just begun to mess with it. I'm not going to do too much in here, but just a really, really, really cool system. So I'm Drew. I hope watching me install it was less painful for you than it was for me. There's just some things that make it a little bit awkward. Like it doesn't want to just snap into the dashboard as well as the original, but I mean, I guess that's to be expected. It's a, you know, an inexpensive imported unit, but for what it is, I mean, just look at the dashboard now. The before and after is absolutely insane. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, if you learned anything, give it a thumbs up. If you actually happen to have a 2009 to 13 Corolla and you want to buy this unit, put a link in the description for the one that I installed in the video. Like always, if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. And more important than all of it, God bless you. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.